what we're going to do is we're going to have this represent the thinking mind. And this is going to represent the subconscious mind. And this is the body. So, mind, body, spirit, or soul, right? So that's the three-part being. And the subconscious mind, it needs to be distinguished from the thinking mind. So one of the things that we talk about is like, how much are we thinking? And the reality is people think they're thinking all day long, but they're not actually thinking. They're just going through repetitive motion in their minds. And I want you to think about this. How many of you know that you know your job so well that you do a lot of things in your job that don't even take conscious thought from you? You can do it in your sleep. How many of you know that? Like you're that good, you could just do it in your sleep. Well, that's because it's all housed here in the subconscious mind. This is where habits are formed. And when you have a habitual way of thinking, a habitual way of doing things, you will repeat those consistently all day long without ever really having to think about it. The statistics show that 75 to 92% of the things that we do in a day are habitual. They don't require any conscious thought. So all day long you think you're thinking, but you're not really thinking because you don't have to, because you are just a habitual being doing habitual things. Okay? So that's good news and bad news. The good news is, what? Anyone have any idea? If you're a habitual being and 75 to 92% of the things you do are habit.
8% to think.
Okay, so the good news is you can use that 8% and think.
For 8%.
You only have to think for 8%, but you can also use that 8% to think about what habits do I need to have to give me the kind of success I want.
I was going to say